What is going on, people? We are back again with another video, and this one right here is all about Mary. Now, when it comes to Mary, we know that as of late, she came out and claimed that she had cancer, when in reality, she never had cancer, and all she was really trying to do was scam people so people could send her money. And that's why she wasted no time by making a GoFundMe account, and then once things got heated, she took down the GoFundMe account and took the money that she had earned at the time. Now, I believe the money that she took away from all the people that decided to donate was around about 1.3k. And of course, Mary then claimed that this money, she had already spent it on medical bills, and people are thinking there's no way that could happen because one, we're in the Philippines, is predominantly known for it to have free medical service. So therefore, when it comes to medical bills, that's not something that really should be happening. And also at the same time, Mary failed to give us any proof. And the reason why we say that is because you see, when it came to the cancer, Mary attempted to give us proof that was clearly not proof. So therefore, if she can give us proof in that statement, then why can't she give us proof based on the fact that, yeah, she had to pay for all these medical bills that clearly at this moment in time didn't exist, because Mary came out to say that, well, she found that she had made a mistake and that she never had cancer in the first place. Yes, she said she had a mistake. Absolutely freaking ludicrous. But despite that, Brandon then tried to play a little bit of crowd control. He decided to try and say, make posts so people could still feel sorry for Mary, and therefore try and see if he can get people back on her side. But here's the thing though, people were never really on Mary's side apart from the people that clearly felt sorry for her and therefore gave her the money. But now we are where we are, where Mary has continued to do this whole act of how she is a victim and how she still wants people to feel sorry for her because her life is so freaking hard. And that is something that we're going to get into in a second. But before we do that, we are so close to getting to 50 freaking K. I honestly can't believe that we've been able to nearly get there, given the fact that I was only asking you guys a week ago to help me get there. And right now we are literally less than 1,000 subscribers away from that 50K mark by the end of this month. We only have 4 days left, but I believe we could do it. Let's say a couple 300 per day wouldn't help. I mean, would definitely help, if you know what I mean. But with that being said though, let's get into what Mary has had to say now. Now, obviously, me mind my own business, which is a lie clearly, because obviously I was looking for content. Mary decided to make a series of posts. And as you can see in this first one, she says, "I'm sorry, Midnight." Midnight is her daughter. "I don't spend so much time with you. Mama is very sad and just want to give up her life. People in this world are so mean. Mama can't handle it." So now we are at the stage where Mary began by using cancer as a way to scam people and as a way to make people feel sorry for her and give her sympathy. And now she's using her own freaking daughter as a way to make people feel sorry for her, to write such messages about, "I don't want to be anymore," like obviously that I'm giving up on life. You know what's so crazy though? If I am Midnight and my mom says to me, "I just want to give up on life," that would tell me that clearly, as your child, I'm not enough for you to have a purpose to live this life. Now, of course, we can dive into a little bit deeper and say that this message isn't necessarily based on that. This message isn't based on the fact that, life has got so hard for her in all fronts, right? But either way, though, generally speaking, they do say that when some people have children, their children becomes their purpose. Their children becomes the reason of why they are living, why they keep fighting, why they keep going to become better for themselves and also become the best role models for their children as well. But clearly, Mary right now isn't necessarily running on that memo. She's now saying that she wants to give up because people are so mean, as if she has never been mean herself. But now we continue on to the next one. And this one here, as you can see, Mary continued by saying, "My daughter and my family needs me. Please stop," crying emojis. "I'm the only one working here, even though I'm not well." Cry me a river. "I'm trying to be strong, but people are very evil. Please stop. I am begging you." It's all crazy though, because here's the thing. We know that Mary has an ability to actually ignore people. We've seen her, or at least I've seen her on live streams where she's had people talking to her, and anyone that has said anything that she doesn't like, she easily ignores them and continues reading the comments of the people that she wants to hear from. So the fact that she's behaving as if she hasn't got this ability to ignore people is wild to me. And also the fact that some people on this platform believe that, everybody knows that there are settings that you can make on your social media accounts. So therefore, not anyone can just send you messages. Everybody knows that you can even turn off your comment section if you need to. So really and truly, the fact that Mary's talking about these things is ludicrous to me, because she could easily put a stop to these things by blocking people from obviously messaging her, or just removing her off social media, or better yet, and this is the most important one, stop being somebody that is scamming people with lies. Because at the end of the day, if you continue to scam people with lies, this is what's going to happen. People who don't like that are going to message you. And when they message you, they are not going to say nice things. It doesn't matter the fact that I don't agree with it. It's the fact that it's going to happen anyway. So the only thing that Mary can do is something that she would never do, is take accountability that she has put herself in this position for people to want to be so mean to her. Not saying that's good enough reason for them, but she has to self-reflect and understand this is why it's happening. It's because of yourself. Rather than coming on social media and using your child as a way to gain sympathy. That is ridiculous. And she keeps talking about my family needs me. I'm the only one working. From what I understand, her Lolo does work. So that's a lie. You know what I mean? And also at the same time, and I generally do believe that this is still a thing, Brandon's mom is probably still sending the money anyway. Let's keep that a buck. And to be honest with you, secretly, I reckon behind closed doors, Brandon's probably working anyway. He's probably getting money some way, somehow, because the man has got a PS5. Where did he get that money from? These two are always wearing designer stuff, whether it's fake or not. So clearly that shows that they've got new clothes. Clearly there's money there for the child. But either way, like I said before, I don't believe for one bit that she's the only person working. Don't believe that one bit. That is absolutely ludicrous. If anything, she's probably just annoyed that her plan to get Brandon to come to the Philippines hasn't really worked out financially, because one thing that you may have forgotten is that at the tell-all, it was revealed that each time Brandon was unable to send her money, she'd always get the strop. She'd always be in a hump with him. You see what I'm saying? Hence the reason why Brandon would call her a gold digger, call her a scammer. And it's funny that he calls her these things, but then now he's joining in this life. Honestly, I don't know what Brandon was expecting, to be fair, when he went there. He's an embarrassment to himself. But we continue. Now, with this last one itself in particular here, it's a nice little long one. She says, I did not lie. I was just dumb. When the doctor said I have colon issue, I thought that means I have colon cancer. And I panicked and searched for how much it does cost to remove the cancer. And that's why I started GoFundMe. Interesting. I got anxiety and scared to death. People posting I bought phones is not true. That was a long time ago, before this happened. I only used this old phone of mine and me and Brandon share it. Sure. I mean, to be fair, they probably do share a phone because she wouldn't trust him to have a phone of his own. Let's keep it a buck. I used the GoFundMe money for my hospital bills. Yeah, sure you did. And that's the truth. I did not lie. I'm just dumb to know about colon issue, but I still need to go back to hospital next week for more laboratory, for my colon to find out what's going on. Please stop. I'm so tired. I just want to die. Interesting, isn't it? Now she's literally pulling in all the punches. You know, pulling all the punches, one, using her child for sympathy, and now two, still trying to justify her actions. First, it was a mistake. Now it's because she's dumb. And now she's at that point where she just doesn't want to be anymore. You know, in this life, we live a life where there are many people who are struggling with their mental health on a daily basis for whatever reason that they are going through. And every day there are so many people who go through moments, minutes, seconds where they think about not wanting to be here. Some people even end up sadly doing it. Okay, we go through this. You know, and I say for myself in particular, I've been through my own dark stage where I definitely felt like I didn't want to be here. And, you know, obviously, you know, I do believe that once you have been in a situation where you've hit depression, you know, it's always going to be there. It's just a matter of finding ways of being able to control it, right? Because I'd be lying if I said that I don't have days where I still feel like that, right? You know what I mean? Because none of us are perfect. But there are certain people in this world, though, that when they get to a certain point where they've had enough, they don't speak, they don't say a single word. Sadly, they just go off and do what they sadly think that they need to do, and that is take their own life. And it's so sad that we live in this world where there are people who genuinely need help, but don't know how to ask for it, or are afraid to ask for it, or don't want to ask for it. And then there are people in this world that actually do generally go out there to find the help, whether that's to go into a counselor, whether that's going to a therapist, whether that's going to a friend, going to a family member. There's people out there that do try and seek help. But then there's people in this world who will use mental health as a tool for their own advantage. Use it as a way to make people feel sorry for them. Use it as in a way to make people give them money. And those people are the people that, you know, we can never, in my opinion, at least for me, I can never sit and feel sorry for that person. Because putting yourself in a position where you are now acting outrageous. I wouldn't even use the word desperate. I would use the word outrageous. Because you see, it is outrageous for somebody to come online to use their daughter. It is outrageous for someone to come online to lie and say that they had a mistake and that they were dumb, to say that they had cancer when they didn't. It is outrageous for someone to then also make a GoFundMe account It's then outrageous for someone to make that account and then not even give the money back when they realize that they made a mistake. It is outrageous that after this person has realized that they've made a mistake, allegedly, or then they are dumb, that they are still out here trying to make people feel sorry for them, as if they're the only person that matters in this world, as if they're the only person that's going through this mental breakdown. When in reality, there's many people that are actually going through it for real. Now, I'm not going to sit and say that Mary isn't necessarily going through it. I'm not going to say that's not the case, because this woman definitely needs therapy. She definitely needs to seek help. But what I'm saying is that there are certain people in this world that when they are going through a dark place, they will try and do better. Or if they don't try and do better, sometimes they give up. Or there's people in this world that if they do have a form of, mental health that's affecting them, instead of trying to improve it, they will use it as a tool to abuse others. They will use it as a tool to scam others. They will use it as a tool to always seek sympathy. Because in reality, in that situation, those situations, they're not even looking for an actual answer to get over it. They think, oh, because I've got this, because I've got anxiety, I should use anxiety as a way to get myself paid. I should use anxiety as my way of making excuses of why I'm going to take money off of the people. And for me personally, I can never sit here and say that I feel sorry for someone like that. I cannot, because it is ridiculous. Especially if you are someone who knows people who have actually, if you know someone that's going through something like this, or you are someone that's been through it or still going through it, how can we take kindness to someone like this? How can I ever feel sorry for someone like this? Now, I say these things because if Mary was to ever make another GoFundMe account, people should think very, very wisely about, is she worth giving the money to? Because she's actually using it. She's using the mental health as a way to get money. She's not even trying to actually better herself. Nonetheless, I've said a whole lot of things, but I definitely had a lot to get off my chest. And I always say this, Mary needs to stop what she's doing. She probably won't, but she needs to stop what she's doing. Brandon needs to stop supporting her in this madness. And what they both should be doing right now, the only focus they should be focusing right now is how to be the best parents possible to their child. And that's not me saying that they are currently bad parents. That's just me saying that their focus should be on how can we be better parents and how can we continue to find ways to provide for our child and also our home. That is the only thing they should be focused on in a healthy manner, not thinking about how can we use people on the net to give us money. And at the same time, tell them things that are so dangerous to say that they have to now feel sorry for us and they have to give me sympathy. Like, really, this is not the way. This is not the way. Abusing your mental health for your advantage, disgusting. But nonetheless, though, that's just my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Let me know if you think anything different. Let me know if you disagree or if you think there's anything else that I may have missed that you can add into what I said. But with that being said, though, please don't forget to subscribe. We are on the road to 50K before the end of this month. I'm pretty sure we can do it. I'm hoping we can do it. Hope is all we have in life sometimes. Hey, but with that being said, though, don't forget to like and comment. Peace.